What's going on, guys? It's Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Painfully Honest Advice. So in this video, I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys my number one high yielding dividend stock that I have in my current portfolio. Now, if you're new to my channel, I make videos all around the stock market, and basically I've created a dividends-based portfolio that I have roughly around $50,000 in right now. I started this portfolio pretty recently in the last 3 months, and I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys why I chose this stock out of 5 stocks that I have in my portfolio that pay me out a dividend of over 7%. Now, before we go ahead and get into the stock, I will go ahead and evaluate the stock and go ahead and share with you guys why I believe this stock is undervalued and the potential upside, because I do believe the stock will outperform the market in the next 5 to 10 years. And I know you guys are looking forward to the stock, and I will go ahead and share that in a minute here. But before we do that, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video. This video is being sponsored by Webull. Webull is basically a trading platform that you can go ahead and invest in the stock market with. They give you one free stock when you go ahead and sign up with them, and a second free stock worth up to $1,400 when you go ahead and deposit at least $100 in your account. And now just getting to the point here, because I don't want to waste any time. The number one stock that I do have in my portfolio that I believe is the number one high yielding dividend stock that I'm basically doubling down on is going to be in the communication sector, and that's going to be at&t. Now, before you click off the video, I will go ahead and share with you guys additionally throughout the video the other 5 stocks that I have in my portfolio, or I should say the total 5 stocks that I have in my portfolio that are paying me out a dividend of over 7%. Plus why I believe that at&t is going to go ahead and outperform the market, and why I'm basically doubling down on this stock. Now, I really like at&t, and at&t basically is one of the industry leaders when it comes down to the communication sector. at&t is currently paying a dividend of over 7%. The current dividend is 7.04%. And why I believe this stock has huge potential is because at&t is the industry leader, plus they have a lot of things in their pipeline. Now, at&t has made some acquisitions, and they basically took over a bunch of different companies, and I believe some of the downsides of taking over those companies has already been evaluated in the stock price, and there's a lot of upside, including 5G. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, in regards to at&t, just looking over this stock has consistently been trading around the $29 to $30 range, and I do believe in the next 5 years, the stock will go ahead and double just because of what's in the pipeline and some of the things that are coming out. Now, at&t also is considered a dividend aristocrat. Basically, this stock has been paying out a dividend for the last 36 years consecutively, and they've been growing their dividends for the last 36 years. So for a dividend-based stock that's a high yield stock, I don't see the stock cutting their dividends anytime soon. Plus, at&t has a lot of free cash flow, meaning that they can go ahead and sustain on their current business model, and they don't have to go ahead and acquire any other companies, and they can still survive. Now, at&t did recently acquire Time Warner Cable, as well as they recently acquired DirecTV. Now, Time Warner Cable was a good acquisition for at&t because it went ahead and expanded their horizon in some of the other services as far as internet and business services. But with DirecTV, the satellite game is unfortunately no longer around, and I believe that's not going to be something that at&t is looking to go ahead and make money off of. So they did take a huge hit by acquiring DirecTV. But the upside to that is that they have this huge customer base that they can go ahead and multi-line other products and go ahead and offer other products through at&t's different multiple channels of revenue. Now, at&t makes their primary revenue off of their wireless services. Now, I'm a customer of at&t. I do like their products, and because they're an essential business, this is a company that's just going to be sticking around for a very long time. Plus, as I see it, at&t does make money through many different ways. They make money through their wireless services, they make money through their studio films, they make money through advertising, through their internet and business services, as well as through their streaming services like HBO Max and also DirecTV. Now, I do believe that the downside is already factored into at&t's stock price, and that's why the stock price is basically leveled off at that $30 range. but the upside is definitely something that I don't think is factored into the price yet, and that's why I see the stock being undervalued, and I see doubling the stock in the next 5 years. Basically, when we look at AT&T, 5G is rolling out soon, and that's going to be an extremely big deal. And companies that are involved in 5G are Apple, Verizon, some of the other companies like CCI and AMT, which basically build the cell towers for the 5G connections. I believe with AT&T, 5G is going to be a huge deal. That's going to go ahead and jump the stock price, as well as with HBO Max and with some of the streaming channels out there like Netflix, like Amazon Prime. I personally believe HBO Max has a lot of upside potential because HBO Max is not even currently streaming on the top 2 streaming devices out there, which include Roku and includes the Amazon Fire Stick. So because of that, I do believe that there's a lot of upside that AT&T still has, because HBO Max is something that they can definitely push and drive on, as well as within the wireless network. They're one of the major providers, and there's a lot of potential to still grow in that sector. So I'm definitely doubling down on AT&T and taking advantage of that 7% dividend yield while it lasts before the stock price goes ahead and jumps. Now, obviously, guys, when you're investing in the stock market, make sure you understand the risk and do your own homework. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm looking to do myself, and I see a big potential with this company. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys and give you guys my thoughts around this company. Now, additionally, if we go ahead and look at my stock portfolio, I do have a couple other stocks that do pay me out a dividend of over 7%, but out of those stocks, AT&T is the one that I'm basically gonna be doubling down on. But those stocks include ExxonMobil, which is paying a dividend of over 8%. Additionally, I have Altria Group, which is also paying a dividend of over 8%. Then I do invest in Main Street Capital, which is basically like a small investment bank, and their dividend is also over 8%. And then lastly, I have Pembina Pipeline Corporation, which is basically the largest storage of oil and gas supplies in Canada, and they do pay a dividend of over 7%. So guys, these in total are the 5 companies that do pay out a high yield dividend in my portfolio. But again, as the thumbnail and the subject says, my number 1 stock that I'm basically doubling down on is gonna be, you already guessed it, AT&T. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'm basically gonna wrap it up for this video here. If you are new to my channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel down below. And if you don't mind just smashing that like button, as it really does help with that YouTube algorithm and growing the channel. And it obviously supports me here, guys. So thank you again. And lastly, if you haven't taken advantage of free stocks, go ahead and take advantage of 2 free stocks with Weibo. Link is in the description below, as well as a 3rd free stock with Robinhood. It's all free money at the end of the day, so why not? But that's a wrap. I will see you guys at the next one.